Hello, welcome to RAD Academy. So today we are going to talk on a topic on mathematics, that is differentiation. Differentiation. So when it comes to differentiation, you can differentiate from the first principles, and we can also differentiate from the rules of differentiation. So in this particular video, we are going to talk about the rules of differentiation. That is, the first one is the general method, that or the general rule, the general method or the general rule in differentiating a function or an equation. So we have differentiation. So differentiation. So let's say you have a function y is equal to x exponent n. This is your function y is equal to x exponent n, and you are asked to differentiate this function. You are asked to differentiate this function. You are going to differentiate this function by saying that dy dx, that is the change in y over change in x, is equal to, and you bring this n, that is the exponent, you bring this exponent here to multiply the coefficient over here. So here there is a coefficient of 1 over here. So you multiply it by that. So n, then you bring your x, and now you less 1 from the exponent, n minus 1. That is 1. This is how to differentiate. So anytime you're given a function to differentiate, this is how you differentiate it. You bring the exponent here to multiply the coefficient here, and you less 1 from the exponent. Okay, 2. That is, if y is equal to, let's say, a x n, that is, the a is the exponent, and we have the variable here x, and sorry, the a is the coefficient, and we have the variable x and the exponent n. If you're asked to differentiate this function, you say dy dx is equal to, you bring this n here, multiplying the a, that is the coefficient, and you bring your variable, and you less 1 from your coefficient. That is all. You are done with this one. So that is how we differentiate a function. Differentiation. This is the general rule for differentiating a function. So let's take some few questions. So let's see, okay, let me write it here. You have some examples here. Let's try some 3 examples for you to understand what I'm trying to make here. So let's say we have, let's say, find dy dx if 1 is equal to y is equal to 4x. And you should also know that anytime you differentiate a constant is where the number stands alone. There's no variable attached to it. So there's nothing like 5x squared. It's just 5, or there's a 4. So anytime you differentiate a constant, this is a constant. If you differentiate a constant, it is equal to 0. That is what you should know. Then we have 2, we have it's equal to 5. Then let's say 3, we have 1 over x. Then 4, we have, let's say, y is equal to this, and here y is equal to minus 6x squared. So let's solve them. So the first one is y is equal to 4x. So when you're asked to differentiate this, it is dy over dx. is equal to, so here there is exponent 1 over here. There is exponent 1 over here. So we bring the 1 here to multiply the 4. Then x, there's 1 here. So we less 1 from the coefficient, making it 1 minus what? 1. Making here 0. So now we have 4x exponent what? 0. And in mathematics, we know that any number or any variable raised to the power 0 is what? 1. So which means this x exponent 0 is equal to what? 1. So we see 4 times 1 is equal to 4. So now when you differentiate y is equal to 4x, it is equal to dy x is equal to 4. Simple. Now let's move to the second question. Second question is y is equal to what? 5. And I said, so from this, from what I said, you know that this is a constant. And anytime you differentiate a constant, it is equal to what? 0. So let me explain. So y is equal to this. So here, there is x exponent what? There is x exponent 0. Do you get it? So 5, yes, x exponent 0 over here. So it's like this. But then we say that any number raised to the power 0 is what? Equal to what? 1. That is why we are not bringing the x exponent 0 here. So if we are bringing the x exponent 0 over here, then it means we are going to take this 0 here to multiply the coefficient over here. So now we are going to have 0 times 5 x 0, then we less what? 1. So from here, even if we get 5 exponent negative 1, 0 is what? Multiplying. That is why then you get what? 0. That is why we say that anytime you differentiate a constant, it is equal to what? 0. So dy dx is equal to 0. Now let's move to the 3. So 3, we have y is equal to 1 over x, which is equal to dy dx is equal to, so this 1 over x, we can say it is equal to x raised to the power negative 1. This is indices, x raised to the power negative 1. Now we continue by multiplying this negative 1 here. So negative 1 times x minus 1. Then we less minus 1 from the exponent again. Then we get this. So now we can have negative 1 times x, which is equal to minus x minus exponent what? Minus 2. Do you get it? But then when this is the answer, but then when it gets here, we don't leave the answer like this. You change it into a fraction form. So we say dy dx is equal to negative, that is the negative over here, 1 over x squared. Simple, you are done. Now let's solve the last one. The last one said y is equal to negative 6x squared. So it's a dy dx. That is, we are differentiating y with respect to what? X. That is why we say dy dx. So from the rule, we multiply this exponent here. So 2 times negative 6 x. Then we less 1 from what? The exponent. That is the power minus what? 1. So now we have 2 times negative 6, which is negative 12. And now 2 minus 1 will give us what? 1. So now we have what? X exponent what? 1. But then we don't write the 1. So it means that when you differentiate y is equal to negative 6x squared, you are going to get negative 12x. That is all for differentiation. That is all for differentiation. So I'll bring more questions in my next video. So I'll encourage you to subscribe to the channel and also comment and also like, share for your friends to also have a benefit of this channel. I'm going to treat all what you need to know on differentiation the product of differentiation. When you get a quotient, a lot is coming on this channel. So I encourage you subscribe, click on your notification bell, and anytime a new video is uploaded, you will be the first to be notified. Bye bye. See you in my next video.